Improvement in properties of rock masses. Types of grouting. Grout can be applied as a solution and emulsion or suspension in water which will harden after a certain time interval. It can be divided into two main groups: suspension grout, liquid grout, or solution grout. Suspension grout is a mixture of one or several inert materials like cement, clays, etc. Suspended in a fluid water. Liquid grout or solution grout consists of chemical products in a solution or an emulsion form and their reagents. The most frequently used production are sodium silicate and certain resins. Types of grouts. Cement grouts. Cement-based grouts are most frequently used in both water stopping and strengthening treatment. Chemical grout, suitable for finely featured rock mass. Bituminous grout, also known as emulsion grout, includes bitumen because they form an emulsion when mixed with water. Bitumen grouts are sensitive to temperature, hence they may not be suitable at greater depth. Methods of grouting. First, stage grout, done in stages starting from nearest discontinuity from surface to the deepest discontinuity. Packer grout, holes are first drilled to deepest level to be grouted. The process is repeated from bottom to top till the whole section is grouted. Compaction grouting, this is drill load. Here is the rotation. Compaction grout casting, here is something like that. Here in note here in compaction grouting, in the drill rod, the soil, here the rotation, it rotates. Here are the vertical signs. Compaction grout casting, here it is the soil. Casting, not casing. Compaction grout casing, this is soil. This is casing only. This is soil. Then casing, soil. In drill road where there is rotation, step 1, pre-drilled compaction grout hole to desired depth, compaction grout casing. Step 2, insert compaction grout casing in pre-drilled hole, casing. Then step 3, begin pumping low slump compaction grout mix in stages and withdraw at controlled rate. Step 3, begin pumping low slump compaction grout mix in stages and withdraw at controlled rate. Step 4, withdraw casing as stages are complete until the hole is complete. Rock fissure grouting. Rock fissure grouting is the use of hole drilled through the fissures and joints of rock mass to allow grout to be injected at close centers vertically and re-injecting if necessary. Grout mechanism. The grout is injected under pressure through the grout hole drilled into rock mass to be treated. Grouting in progress. This is rock mass. This is grout hole. This is grout injected under pressure. This is open joint sand. Then grouting completed. Rock fissure grouting. Main applications are sealing rock mass underneath and at ends of dams to prevent seepage or leaking of the reservoirs. Sealing rock mass above and underneath a rock tunnel prevent water seepage into the excavated tunnel. Cementing fractured rock mass. Third, grout injected under pressure. Grout pipe, soil particles, voids, soil mass, then grout injected under pressure. Grout pipe, these are soil particles. Here it is a soil mass. Here it is a voids. Rock bolting, done to reinforce and support partially detached, thinly laminated or unsuitable, which otherwise would be subjected to failure. With rock bolting, the rock is loaded in such a way that the resistance to shear along with the planes of weakness is increased. Mechanism of rock bolting. A number of holes are drilled in the rock at a designated spacing. The length of holes are selected such that they terminate in a sound rock in which the bolt can be anchored properly and take up the loads. Rock bolts. Steel bolts are frequently set in holes drilled into the rock to assist in supporting the entire roof or individual rock slabs that tend to fall into a tunnel. Rock bolts maintain the stability of an opening by suspending the dead weight of a slab from the rock above by providing enormous stress on the rock surface to clamp discontinuities together and develop beam action by preventing key blocks becoming loosened so that the strength and integrity of the rock mass is maintained. Rock bolting. Here are the arrows. Natural forces on roof rock cause it to crack, followed by then rock falls that enlarge excavation until then natural arch forms and fall stores. This is pillar. Then remedy rock balls can suspend roof. Here are the bars. Then pin strata to form a rock beam. Here is like that. Here is like that. Here is like that. Then stabilize rock that tends to spall. Stabilize rock that tends to spall. Here is the figure. Then prevent rock burst in rock under pressure. This can be the diagram. Gunniting shotcrete. Fluid mixture of fine sand, cement and water applied through nozzle ejecting at a high velocity done on the exposed surface for sealing the surface cracks and protecting the surface from the weathering. Then shotcrete gunniting. Mortar and concrete are increasingly being used for the support of underground excavations. A combination of rock bolts and shotcrete has proved an excellent temporary support for all qualities of rock. Shotcrete is the best known in tunneling. Quick setting concrete is sprayed onto the bar rock surface immediately after excavation and the rapidly hardens to form a preliminary support until the final lining of conventional poured concrete can be installed. Quick setting concrete is sprayed onto bare rock surface immediately after excavation and rapidly hardens to form a preliminary support until the final lining of conventional poured concrete can be installed. Cable anchorage. Purpose is same as that of the rock bolting. The difference in the cable anchorage and rock bolting is that cables have a length much more than the rock bolts. In rock bolting system, individual rock bolts are put into the rock at specified spacing, but in the cable anchorage system, a number of wires in a group form a cable and the cables are put into the rock mass at the predetermined position suitable in case of anchoring a foundation subjected to buoyancy, especially under sea.